Hello, truckers, drivers, and adventurers. I am the KILR Trucker. I'm not in training. I don't know. I'm always in training, I guess. There's always something to learn, right? So we're here where we left off at, where is it? Sigma? Alpha, Sigma, something? I don't know, Sigma Foods. Guess I could just, like, look at my book. Which actually was something I was going to talk about. Yeah, Sigma Network. I don't know. It says Sigma Net. The way I wrote it. I wrote it like a doctor. Yeah, which I'm not. Anyway, they call me Dr. KILR Gamer. I don't know. So I'm still waiting to get unloaded. They got the red light on. But I don't hear anything going on back there. But I was going to mention this on the last episode, and I forgot. Once again, I really like this book. This is the trip book, all right? And you can, like, order this separately, I think, but I got it in the Swift driver qualification bag. I really like this. It is organized. I've been writing stuff in here, and I just took it with me with the paperwork when I went to go in there. And the form that they had me fill out, I think it was for the lumper, it had asked like, what was the trailer number, and I had it written down here. Now, granted, I could have probably dug that information out of the stuff that was in the the Point app, that, all the jargon, blah, blah, blah. But the fact that I wrote it down, and I have it right here, just made it so easy. All my information is right here on this book, on this page. The trip number, that was on here too. So I didn't have to try to, dig and go through all that text to pull information out. It's all right here. Again, I don't think this costed very much. I don't mean the bag. I just mean the book by itself. I really think it's a great investment. Instead of fumbling through little notepads and stuff. I know when I was going through with my mentor, he's got a little of a system. He's got like a little pad and paper that he writes everything in, and I couldn't make heads or tails of it. I was trying to follow along by writing on my my note. I have a Note 8, Galaxy Note 8, and that was kind of confusing me too. And I kept looking at this book, and I thought to myself, you know what? I'm gonna when I started reading the pages, or not reading the pages, but looking to see what was on the pages, I started thinking, you know what? I should actually track all of my loads in this book, because it'll tell me exactly what I've done, and it has all the information. And I'm so glad I started making use of this book. And there's so many pages on here too. So stop hitting me. Okay, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. But yeah, no, this is a great book. So pick it up today, give it a read. You'll be glad you did. Anyway, we don't know what's going to happen with the next load. Supposedly, we're going to be going to Redlands, California, which is an hour and a half away from here. 2 hours, pretty much a safe bet with the speed limit here, restricted to trucks. There is a rest stop near Redlands, California, but it seems to be going only one way, and that is eastbound. I didn't see one on the other side of the road. So how packed is it going to be when we get out of here? We're docked here at 10. I'm actually on time. Can you believe that? I actually got here on time. I got here early, and by the time I checked in and got here to the truck, it was like just a few minutes before 10. So yeah, that was pretty awesome. I have to say this last load that I did was I'd have to say that was one of my big successes, one of my big success stories. It was on time. I got it backed into the dock like a champ, even with a truck right next to me. Now, granted, there is a big space over here, so I didn't really have to worry about, hitting anything on that side. But I still got out and looked, which reminds me, I need to do my macro for that. Yeah, so I still got out and looked and walked around and stuff, but I got it backed in here. I got out and looked a couple of times just to make sure that I was coming in here straight, and I only did one pull-up, and that was just to straighten the tractor and the trailer up and then back straight back. That was it. So, wow, I felt like I actually knew what I was doing in this. This was just cool. It was just really cool. And I made a post on Twitter. I'm like, let's see if I can do this in American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator now. I can do it in real life. I should be able to do it in the game, right? Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, what is going to happen today? Well, you folks will know because you're already watching the episode. I'm here recording it, and I don't know what's happening yet. I don't know what's going on, but you folks kind of sort of know what's going on. Depends upon what I titled the episode as. As far as I know, this episode could be titled Stuck in Redwoods, California, Stuck and Nowhere to Go, or yeah, now we're going somewhere else, or we're going to the Swift terminal, or, I have no idea. I have no idea what's happening. So we will see a little later. Once again, this was just a weird... These two loads that they gave me back to back, it doesn't seem like they gave much thought to it. Are dispatchers, are they supposed to think before they give you something? Or do they just throw stuff at you? And, do they just throw a bunch of rocks, and if one hits you and knocks you over, oh, well. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I'm supposed to take every load that's given to me, but with that in mind, shouldn't they be mindful of what it is that they're giving me? I don't know. And I thought at first it was fine. I mean, I didn't accept it. I didn't accept the second one right away, and then I just went ahead and I think like a day later or so, I accepted it because it looked like it would be okay. But then as I started to fine-tune stuff as far as my trips and stuff, and trying to figure out, okay, I need to leave the rest stop to get here by a certain time, and then leave from here, and really I was going to leave from here and go get the load, and I didn't realize it was a live. I guess I did, and I just forgot. But then when I counted it out, it's like, wait a minute. I'm going to be out of hours on my 14-hour clock by the time I get there to... I mean, I can get from here to there within 14 hours. That's not a problem. It's waiting for them to load it. That's the problem. I will be close, if not out of my 14-hour clock by the time they start loading or finish loading. And then what do? Just stay there? Well, you can go now. No, I can't actually. I'm out of hours. No, you really need to go. No, really, I'm out of hours. I can't go anywhere. I guess there's the personal conveyance, It's like, well, I gotta move somewhere. Hopefully you can find something in 26 miles that you can go park at. Otherwise, you'll be parking on the side of the road. Which I don't know. I might be parking on the side of the road tonight. I don't know what's going to happen when I get to that rest stop. It could be so packed and loaded that there's no place to go. So I may have to drive, or I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with different backup plans. So the rest stop near Redlands is what I'm planning for, but I'll come up with a plan B and a plan C, just in case. So, I better get to work. Well, I had a little bit of a nap. It's 12:15, so it took them 2 hours and 15 minutes to finally get back with me. I thought they were done like after an hour because I didn't see anything. Their light was still red. I'm just like, I think I'm gonna lay down because I was tired, and I fell asleep and bang on the side of the truck. I'm like, open up the door. Yeah. Hey, you can go get your paperwork now. Okay. So yeah, I got all the paperwork. Oh. Yep, so we got to go head to the rest stop. And see, this is what I was saying. There's no way with the 14-hour clock and stuff. There's no way we wouldn't have made it. There's no way that we would have made the next load. No way. So here I am wearing shorts and this guy's insane, man. Nah, I'm just KILR. That's all I am. The KILR Trucker. Ugh. Cold. So the doors are shut and we are ready to go. There is I think it's off in that direction. There is a airport just north of here. Yeah, I think it's up there, actually. So I'll just put a hi. Hi. I'll put a picture of the airport right up here. Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, we are here at the rest stop that is going eastbound on the I-10 outside of Redlands, California. And just as I thought, this place is packed. I was lucky to be able to find a spot over here to the left big enough for me to be able to pull in and pull forward and straighten out. So like a parallel park, but I didn't have to back in to do it. But yeah, you can see there's another truck just behind me a little bit. But yeah, I mean, this thing is packed, really packed. Saw one truck parked where it wasn't, like where it wasn't even a parking spot. It was supposed to be like a pull through to go around, and he just parked there. Like, okay. But I gotta say, man, I'm glad I was able to get a spot because I'm tired. I mean, it is like 3:40 going on 4. I normally asleep around this time. So, I mean, just in between here, it was just crazy enough. Going in between where I was and where I am right here. Yeah, and then on my 14-hour clock, I had like 6 hours or something left, 6 hours in spare change, which would have taken me. Yes, I would have been able to get to the appointment at 8:30, and then by the time they get the thing unloaded, my hours to be done. What do? Shut down there for 10 hours? Okay, man, you're done. Go on. Can't, man. I'm out of hours. What do you mean you're out of hours? You want to look? See where it says drive hours 14? 14-hour clock? 0! I can't do anything. Now, of course, well, that's not my problem. Yeah, it is. I'm sitting right here. It's your problem now, buddy. You wanted me here. Here I am. I'm not going anywhere. I'm tired. Did I say that? I probably did. All right. Good night, good morning, whatever, and I'll see you when I wake up, and who knows what will happen then. Oh, this has turned out to be an interesting morning. So I had to move the truck because a cop told me to. Take a look at something. You all remember how packed this thing was last night. There were trucks parked alongside the front here. Well, the one truck that I parked behind is still there, and then someone just parked up right behind them. But a police officer said that there's no parking along this edge. Although I don't know about you, but I don't see a sign that says so. Do you see a sign? I don't. I see something that looks like there might be signs, but they're gone. But yeah. So he was holding something that looked like a ticket book, but I never signed anything, so I don't know. I don't know if I was given a ticket or not, or if he just said, hey, you need to move it, there's a spot over there. I wondered if it was going to be a situation or not. And there was a course that I took in regards to personal conveyance and yard moves, and they were saying that personal conveyance can be used when you're told, when you have to find a safe place to move because you're told you have to move. And I think this would qualify for such an event, because I couldn't stay where I was at. Police officer told me I had to move, so I moved to a spot that was almost towards the end. Thankfully there was a spot. For a moment I didn't think there was, and that I would just have to keep going there. Yeah, there really wasn't any decent places to park around this area. This is like the only one, and I'm gonna have to go to the next exit. Apparently there's parking on the side of the road, at least according to the Trucker's Path app. I'm beginning to wonder how legal that is. But yeah, at the next exit, which isn't too far, I have to get off, go across the bridge, and go back the other way. So I just kind of have to make a U-turn to get back to Redlands. So, and oh man, this rest stop is, it's dirty, it's filthy, it's, yeah, it's not good. So anyways, that's so far how my morning is. And it looks like they dispatched us on that that load out to Buckeye. I'll have to send out a macro 22 again, just to let them know, hey, I'm not going to get there when you want me to. Holy crap, it's hot. Something to keep in mind, if the truck is on, even if you have the fan all the way off, but the heat turned all the way up, and the knob, this here, turned all the way to defrost, it is still going to put out heat. I wound up heating the truck up way too much and didn't even mean to, because I thought it was off. And so the Zonar wound up not being able to open apps because it was too hot. I had to put it in my refrigerator. Thank goodness I had that. Same thing with my Garmin. It just got too hot because the sun is beating down on the front too. My goodness, I got to get this air fixed. Then this is a good reason why. At first, I thought about doing a stream this morning, but I've been wanting to check out The Wheel of Time on Amazon. Now, I've read the entire book series. I actually have the whole book series. I've got it all in hardback, which means I'm serious about it. Usually, when someone's serious about collecting a book series, they have the hardcover edition. And I love the book series. And I got to tell you, so far I like the 3 episodes that I've seen so far on Amazon Prime, for The Wheel of Time. It's been a while since I read the books. I know there's some changes here and there, but for the most part, it seems like all the elements are there. All the characters are there so far. They don't seem out of place. It still has the feeling of Wheel of Time to me. There's a lot of people that would agree. That's fine. But as someone who fell in love with the books like I did, and I really had to take my time through the books, because there's quite a few that aren't easy reads, and some of you out there know what I mean. But Robert Jordan really created an awesome world with those series of books. Very, very detailed. That guy was very meticulous in how he detailed every little thing. The history of whatever it was that was picked up, looked at, stood at, thought about. He was very detailed with that book series. So yeah, it's hard to translate something like that to a movie or even a TV series. So in order to appeal to a mass audience, they're going to have to make some adjustments. And that's fine. And then people are saying, oh, it's woke, it's got all this diversity. Here's the thing. The books already had that anyway. It had strong female characters in the book. And diversity, it's not like it was thrown in your face, in my opinion. I don't think it was thrown in my face at all. There's some stuff out there where it's like they shove the whole diversity thing in your face and they make it obvious. And I really didn't get the impression of that with Wheel of Time. And I love sci-fi, fantasy, and stuff like that. I was never interested in Game of Thrones. But I love Lord of the Rings. I love The Hobbit. I love the book. I'm not so sure about the movie series, because that definitely kind of went far away from the book. The book is a children's book, and it should have been very lighthearted. The animated version of The Hobbit is, I think, more true to the book than what the trilogy that Peter Jackson did was. But in my opinion, I would recommend The Wheel of Time. If you've never read the book series, I think you're gonna love the series. If you're a fan of the book series, just give it a chance. Just give it a chance. Don't go into it for the first 5 minutes and just say, screw this. This is all woke and stuff. Give it a chance. Let yourself kind of get enveloped in the world. The music is awesome. I think the music is fantastic. The set design, the exterior, the location shots, it really has a majestic feeling like Lord of the Rings. And then there's the magic using, touching the one power and everything and weaving. How they say the Aes Sedai, they weave the one power to do as they will, and I really got that impression with the visual effects. So that's my opinion. Take that for what it's worth. Please, truck, don't hit mine. But yeah, I watched the 3 episodes because I've been looking forward to seeing this series come out, and I was very hesitant about it, but I've been pleasantly surprised so far. So check it out. Give it a chance. That's all I got to say on that. Oh, in the meantime, I still have another 50 minutes or so before I can get going. They haven't taken the load away from me, so it looks like I'm still picking it up at 2 and heading back to Arizona, where I am definitely going to take, after I unload my electronics and stuff from the truck, I'm going to take the truck over to the shop. They've got to get the air conditioner fixed, dust blown out or whatever. Yeah, this is a perfect reason why, because with the electronics and stuff, I'm going to need to cool the vehicle down. Otherwise, the electronics will overheat and I won't be able to use them. They'll shut off due to, you know, protection. That would include my phone too. If my phone gets too hot, it's going to have to be shut down too. So I had my leftover spaghetti. I had cold spaghetti. Oh, cold spaghetti. Some of you will know what I'm referring to. Yeah. Oh man, what was it? Mashed patata. Cold spaghetti. Some of you know what I'm referring to. And I gotta say, as hot as it is in here, I was totally fine with cold spaghetti. And now I could just use some fruit salad. Yummy. Fruit salad. Oh man. Here it all is. It's reset. Let's go ahead and do the pre-trip. Oh, holy heck, it's hot. It should start to cool down once I get moving, because it's not too bad outside, but with the heat, the sun beating down on here, yeah, it's like an oven. We're ready to go. So let's go ahead and hit the road, and we'll get to the shipper. Well, we're here. Looks like it might take us a bit before we get in there. Okay, we got to wait here at the gate, guard shack. They're doing a change of guard. And then once I'm in there, I'll take my book. I got everything written in there. Bring my phone just in case, with the the point information on it, and then we'll get going to whatever dock they're going to send us to get loaded.
Give me a fat beat. Give me some more. That feels good. Hey.
Looks like I could stand to go back maybe about a foot more. Not looking too bad on this side. I had to do several pull-ups, but hey, I didn't hit anything. So guess what? Apparently this is not a live load, even though the paperwork said it was. It's a drop and hook. That figures, doesn't it? Alright, let's go ahead and move on forward here real carefully. Alright, we're free. Let's go get our empty trailer. Well, this is interesting. The trailer is 125295. There it is. This is different. We're actually taking a Walmart trailer this time. Huh. Okay, went into position, did my tug test. The release arm is in. And we can see that the kingpin, or the locking jaws, are completely around the kingpin. That's good. That takes care of step one. And we'll go ahead and take care of the hoses and the landing gear. Oh, what are the tandems set at? Let's see. Well, they're not at the 40-foot mark, that's for sure. So we're gonna have to fix that too. Do you folks remember when I said turn clockwise in order to tighten it to the ground? That's if you're on the right side of the trailer. It's the opposite on the driver's side, on the left side, which kind of makes sense. So most of them are going to be on the right side, but in case you get a few that are on the left, it's the opposite. Now I'm curious, they said this had a seal on it, so the doors should be closed. Yeah, and they are. Okay. So what we need to do is just pull up a little bit. We'll get the tandem set. We gotta pull the, okay. Yeah, we gotta pull the wheels forward, so I gotta move it back. Gotta go in reverse. This is definitely a different type of trailer. Look how much the holes are more spaced out. So I don't know if 6 is going to be the right one. And I had to use the other end. Notice how there's 2 ends? One's bigger, one's smaller. I had to use the smaller one this time. Will it stay in there? Will it break? I don't know. We'll find out. Don't be a dipstick like me and forget to pull this. I'm like wondering why it's not moving. Got it. We need to move it 2 more holes. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be the 6th hole because it... Ah, crap. It's stuck. I got to move it to the 4th one. There we go. We got it. Awesome. Now we gotta... Why is it that I am the only one? I mean, obviously it was over there in the first place, so how... Why is it I can't? Why is it that I can't put it back where it was? I doubt the, no. Yeah, the locks are not in place. Okay, that pin is out. The pin over there is out. Okay, see it right there in the middle. And there it is over there, over that little half circle, half cylinder thing. Yeah, that's pulled out too. Okay, so here's a little hint that I came up with. If you're backing up to move the tandems, then when you get it where you need to go, put the release arm back out and then move the opposite direction until you hear them snap out. If you're pulling forward to move the tandems back, then just do the opposite. When you get it to where it needs, go backwards until the pins pop out. Okay, just double check the seal there, H5293280. And if we kind of turn this upside down here, H5293280. So we're good to go. I wrote that down here in my book. And this is an Oklahoma plate. So remember, go ahead and put the plate number here in your book as well. Because you're going to need that, I think, yeah, for either the DVR, I think it's goal. Yeah, the goal is the one that wants you to put the plate number in. So, and you're going to want to put the plate number in for the empty trailer that you backed up and put into a spot. Or it's the current trailer if you're doing a live load or an unload. All right, so I got to put my macros in and we'll get going. Okay, that took me a little bit longer than I was expecting. I had gotten the tandems moved, but then when I moved it to try to get the pins locked, apparently it moved the tandem another notch over, and I didn't mean it to do that, so I had to go back and fix it. But I got my macro goal put in. I've got the load call ready to go. I need to wait until I get the invoice, and then I can put the weight and the pieces in it, and then that'll be good. I can send it and we can get out of here. So let's head back up to the guard shack. Holy crap, what a mess of a truck stop. Jeez. It's too big for its own good. It's hard to figure out where things are at. So you're probably thinking, what the heck? What am I doing? The load is over 47,000 pounds. Now, if you remember, the back axles, each one cannot be any more than 34,000. There's a weigh station 25 miles towards Arizona. I had to backtrack 20 miles to get to a truck stop to weigh it, because if it is illegal, I get fined. So yeah, I had to come all the way back here
Have known for a long time that he's not very good at it.
to get it
He's kind of
weighed.
a bumbling.
Do you see it? Did you see it? The steer axle is over 12,000, which that's just weird. 12,120. But look at the drive axle. 34,520. It's over. It's over the required amount. Wait a minute, this can't be right. 78,740? I guess it's the weight of the trailer too, yeah. Wow. That's crazy. So we're gonna have to take this load back. This is illegal. We can't take this. That is so crazy. I'm glad I got it weighed. What do I do about the steer axle? I'm not carrying 120 pounds. That's silly, unless it's my freezer, but that would be ridiculous. Yeah. I have no idea on that one. Oh, jeez. Okay, so here we are. We're back at the shipper again to get everything reweighed. Not reweighed. Redistributed. We're probably going to have to take weight off. I hope they take weight off and they don't just move it. Because if they just shift it and move it around, then that means there could be a chance that I'm still out of weight. It would be better if they remove like maybe a pallet of stuff and then maybe shift it around. Otherwise I could be going back and forth. But let me show you a picture right here of what it looks like in the back. So what they wanted me to do was break the seal, lift up the door. This is like the first trailer that I've had to lift up the door instead of opening it up from the side, and then put the weight receipt in there so that way they could see it. I took a picture of it before I put it in there because I'm not sure if I'll get it back or what. And I'm thinking that whenever this load is done and I have to submit the invoice and stuff in order to get credit for it, that I would go ahead and submit the invoice for the weight scale as well, so that way there's a record of it. I've also been keeping a paper file of the previous invoices. What I need to do is I need to get a file folder or something, so that way I can put them in there and be able to store it maybe like 1 or 2 months ahead, just in case I have to go back to it. I don't think I need a lot. Feels like they might actually be in there redoing it. Apparently they were on their lunch or something, but I had to take the tandem, slide them all the way to the back again. They didn't ask. I just did it because that's how it was when I picked it up, and also since the stuff is really heavy, I don't want to take a chance that, just for safety reasons, I slid them to the back. So now I need to go over to the Zonar and the Point app and put in a macro for the weight scale. Oh goodness. This is crazy. Oh, and the traffic. Holy crap. It was horrendous. It was only 20 miles away, and I think it took an hour or more to get back here. There was some type of accident. It turned into a parking lot. The other side of the freeway wasn't any better. So, yeah, not only was it a hassle to go get it weighed, it was a hassle to have to come all the way back. But, as I've said before, this is a down-to-earth, realistic view of what being a trucker is all about. It's not just driving. So, you know, if you're new getting into this, here's an example of some things that could happen. And when there are those that say that they're trying to automate the trucking industry, yeah, right. It's not going to happen. They would have to change the entire system, and not just trucks. But I mean, the way the guard gates work, I mean, you know, because you check in at the guard gate, you give them the information, you know, load number, bin of lading number, pickup number. It's different from place to place. Yeah, and they're going to automate that with no. Sorry, that's never going to happen. And as far as these trucks being on autopilot on the interstate, holy crap, I wouldn't trust this thing. If this thing was driving itself, I wouldn't trust it. No way. Especially in California traffic. Oh, no. Sorry. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Oh, and as far as my clock, yeah, there's no way I'm getting to Arizona. I don't know. It's possible. I've got 7 hours and 52 minutes left on my drive clock. I still haven't taken a 30-minute break. It might take 6 hours to get to Arizona. I'm not sure. If I get there, it's going to be awfully late. It'll definitely be past midnight. Fun. Well, I got to go get this reweighed too. If I got to drive all the way back, man, that truck stop was freaking crappy. I didn't like that truck stop at all. I'm gonna have to find a different one. I definitely don't want to have to go back to that one that I went to. That was just horrible. I hope this guy doesn't hit my truck. Looks awfully close, dude. Alright, so I'll be right back with you when... Well, that doesn't sound good. Yeah, they're back there doing their thing. Pallets of that really heavy, like the huge bags of dog food. Yeah, the ones that pay you like $20-$30 or something like that. So, and it looked like most of the weight was towards the front of the trailer from what I could see. So, and that was the part that was overweight too. But ugh. This day is wearing me out, and it's a Monday. No wonder. My wife has been having a Monday herself. Found out that her job is probably ending like this Friday. For me, it would be this Friday. For you, I'm not sure what day it is. But yeah, and then my poor dog, my poor husky, she's got this infection or something that's just spreading. Has something to do with the sun and the heat, and emergency vet was like, well, we don't know what to do, even though we went there the first time. They didn't charge us, but my goodness, it has been one heck of a day. Certainly not boring. If you like different things happening each day, well, you're in for an adventure in this field. I had laid down waiting for them to either call me or something. There's no light. This doesn't tell me if I can move or not, so I have no idea if they're done. And no one has come out here to tell me if they're done fixing it or not. So, like, what am I supposed to do? Guess? So I'm gonna walk all the way up to the guard shack, try to find out what's going on. Okay. So yeah, it is done. They called them over there and they said, oh yeah, it's done. Yeah, the reason why there's no light is because it's broken. Well, gee, I don't know. Maybe someone should have came out and maybe knocked on the truck to say, hey, man, you're good. I mean, if you know the light's broken, what am I supposed to do? Pull out my crystal ball and and find out if it's done or not? I mean, come on, for safety reasons, I'm not going to make an assumption and just pull out of there. For all I know, they've got more stuff that they got to do, or they went on break, or something. May have had to change a shift. Okay, Mars Pet Care, get your act together. All right, jeez Louise. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to call them out on this crap. Look at this. They did not even bother. They did not bother to lock this. They didn't put a seal on here. I'm going to take this right up to the guard station and I'm going to tell them what they did. All they did was go in here and move some stuff around and just said, screw it. Seriously? And what is this thing supposed to? I don't think this thing is supposed to flap out there. I don't think it was doing that before. This is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. This is just poor service right here. I'm sorry. I've got to move these tandems, but my goodness, this is horrible. I'll tell you what, I am having a hell of a time here. I'm trying to get the pins to pop out. I've been going back and forth, trying to rock it back and forth. The pins are not popping out. Cannot believe the amount of time that I've wasted on this. I'm just trying to find the damn pins. It's almost as if they came off. I think that's one of them right there. I'll be damned if I can find the other one. I think I'm shining the light on it right there. Okay, I can see it out there. If you can see it. It's right there. Yeah, I mean it's out. Jeez. How much you want to make a bet that it'll still be out of balance. Okay, that one's out. Here's the other one. Yeah. It's right there. See it? Right next to the light. All right. And I have to go back to that petrol station because there is nothing else closer other than the Travel Centers of America, which is right across the street. So I might as well go right back to the one that I went to do a reweigh. We're back. Hey, Petro off of Milliken. This is a really crappy design, okay? You got to come in here and make a freaking U-turn. Look how my trailer is freaking angled here. And it doesn't help that there's a truck over on this side. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get it on this freaking scale. This guy did, obviously, but this has got to be one of the most ridiculous truck stops I've ever come to. Absolutely ridiculous. Jeez. Alright, let's find out what the damage is here. Look at this. Like I said, this is the most effed up freaking design I have seen for a truck stop. I mean, seriously.